Alrighty, what's up Heat fans? It is your boy Ernest here, back with a Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody's having a beautiful, great day so far. Wishing you guys many blessings. This episode, I'm very excited about, you guys. We're going to move on a little bit from all the rumors and all the talk. I get it. It's a lot of fun, but we know what's going on. Things are pretty much at a standstill right now. Bradley Beal's been traded. Damian Lillard, we pretty much at this point, we're waiting for him to see what he does. We know that this Thursday's draft is going to predict where Portland is going to go. If they trade the number 3 pick for a player that can help Dame with the team, we know he's not going to be traded. If they end up taking a prospect at number 3, we know that these rumors are going to spice up for Damian Lillard going to the Miami Heat. So we have to wait until then, and we got to be a little bit patient. Now, I will say this. One of the reasons why the Miami Heat did not really pull the trigger with Bradley Beal, and I've mentioned it a little bit in the last video, but I wanted to kind of go over it again. Bradley Beal is making a lot of money. And with the new CBA, with the fact that you cannot add multiple players in a trade, according with the new second apron rule, that's going to hamper you hugely. So by trading for Bradley Beal, you guys, Miami were going all in, and we couldn't make any possible moves for the future. And let's not forget the fact that Bradley Beal has a no trade clause in his contract. He controls where he can go. So Miami would be stuck. Now, Damian Lillard does not have a no trade clause. So this works. Even if we take a similar contract, this works for the future. It's a tradable contract that we have control under. So that is one thing I did want to mention about the Bradley Beal part. Miami were not as aggressive as Phoenix because Phoenix had to make a deal like this. You know, their owner wanted to push for this trade to help them win now. Let's not forget, you guys, this Miami Heat team that's currently constructed went from an 8th seed to the NBA Finals without Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo. This is a winning organization with this current roster. We were 3 games away from winning the NBA championship with this current roster. We got the best coach in the NBA. We got the best organization. We got one of the best dogs in the NBA, 1-2 punch in Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. We know that if we retool and just make a few upgrades, this team can make it to the show again. But why do you want to trade for Damian Lillard? It's because you know that he's going to give you an immediate upgrade. You will be the favorites with Damian Lillard. That's why you make a trade for someone like that and not for Bradley Beal. That's just the obvious point. We know that if we trade for Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero may be included in that package. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about with Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal, you guys. Now, on to something more interesting. This Thursday, we got the NBA draft. And not a lot of people are talking about the draft coming up with the 18th pick that Miami has. Why? Well, because all the rumors out there are saying that the Miami Heat is going to make a trade for Damian Lillard. But let's say that doesn't happen. Guys, there's a possibility we won't trade for Damian Lillard. We saw it last year with Kevin Durant and Donovan Mitchell. And that's one great thing about this organization. We know how to put a scenario here, but also have a scenario over there. We're not going to put all of our eggs in the basket with Damian Lillard because another superstar can become available, or we can just restructure this team. Now, what were the needs that we saw this Miami Heat team have? Scoring. And we need a big man. You need some size down low to help you with some of the bangers in the NBA. Now, we got the draft coming up this Thursday, and there's a few players, you guys, that can definitely help us with this. Now, look, we've seen the Miami Heat turn undrafted players into stars. Guys like Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, just to name a few. We still have some undrafted players like Orlando Robinson, Jamal Cain. You don't know what they're going to do for you next season. They can become contributors. You got Hayward Highsmith. You got Omar Yurtseven, who's going to have a healthy season. Omar can come back with the restricted free agent tag. That's another reason why I felt like the Heat just held him back. So that way he doesn't get paid by another team. Miami can bring him back at that $2.1 million, and then they can give him some minutes this upcoming season. You never know. But some extra help would be nice. So here's what I'm going to do with this episode, you guys. I'm going to give you guys 2 picks that I would personally like Miami Heat to get with the 18th pick. These are guys that I feel that can help us now in case we don't trade for Damian Lillard. Then I'm going to give you 2 other ones that I see places like ESPN, Yahoo Sports has also referred for the Miami Heat. The first one I'm going to talk about is someone that I personally would like to see on the Heat team. I've mentioned him before, but I want to talk about him a little bit more. His name is Dereck Lively. He's a center, 7'1", 230 pounds. Dude's a beast. Oh my goodness, I forgot what school he was out of. My apologies, guys. I had it written down, but it's not here anymore. I'll put it in the comments. Anyways, he's a freshman in college. 20 minutes with him playing out there. He doesn't score. This guy's not a scorer. He averages 5 points a game. He averages 5 rebounds as well, but something to keep your eye on, you guys. Being 7'1" with a 9-foot wingspan, he averages 2.5 blocks a game in 20 minutes. That's elite level defensive playing right there. He will fit really great with the Miami Heat, especially with the zone defense. You can bring him off the bench for Bam Adebayo to give him rest. Or, like you guys have mentioned, maybe it's a possibility you can move Bam to the 4 and start Dereck Lively at the 5 if he doesn't impress in the offseason. There's Omar Yurtseven who can come off the bench. Now you're giving Bam Adebayo help with size down low, and he can play his natural position at the 4. Keep your eye on this, you guys. We may not have to make a huge trade. We may just have to retool and change some positioning on this team. Allow Bam Adebayo to be that guy he needs to be, and have somebody else crash down the boards against guys like Mitchell Robinson and give him some space against Nikola Jokic. Give him some help. We know Bam's going to guard the best big men in the NBA. He wants that challenge. But what does Bam Adebayo need? Help. This is a guy that can give it to him. But another guy that I want to talk about, you guys, I like Dereck Lively. And if Miami gets Lively, great. But I feel that there's another player, you guys, that may fit a little better with the Miami Heat. This guy embodies Miami Heat culture. His name is Leonard Miller. Leonard Miller has been a guy that's been linked to the Miami Heat in recent mock drafts. 6'10", 213 pounds. He's a versatile player on the defense. He can guard multiple positions. Sound familiar? Bam Adebayo. This is a smaller Bam who can shoot. He shoots 36% from threes in college. Dude can shoot. He averaged, he didn't play college. My apologies. He was in the G League. He played in the G League. He averaged 40 minutes a game. He had you 22.8 points, 13.6 rebounds, 40 minutes a game. He shows you that he can already play NBA level style minutes. That's immediate help. That's a guy that can give Miami Heat production off the bench or maybe even starting. He can be that number 4 that we've been looking for. Leonard Miller. Remember this name, you guys. I'm telling you now. He reminds me a lot of Bam Adebayo that can shoot threes. That's what Bam needs. These are 2 guys that I feel that can help the Miami Heat immediately. Now, there is 2 other players that I want to talk about. These are 2 guys that I've seen linked to the Heat by ESPN and Yahoo Sports. First guy I'm going to mention, his name is Maxence Prosper. Max. Another Max on the team. That'd be funny. 6'8" forward from Marquette. There's nothing hugely special about this guy, but he seems like he's NBA ready. He had a workout with the Miami Heat back in June 15th, and the Miami Heat scouts and Pat Riley were impressed. Dude is 6'8", 225 pounds, and he's NBA ready that can play now. 12.5 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 51% from the field, hugely versatile on the defensive end. This is another guy who embodies Miami Heat culture. He's been linked to the Heat. He's worked out for the Heat. The Heat love him. It seems like a match made in heaven. I'm a huger fan of Leonard Miller and Derek Lively, but this is another name that's been linked to the Heat, and I know this is a guy that can help us immediately. These are players, you guys, that are in a great situation. They're still going to make a good amount of money, about $3 million a year, and they're coming in immediately to a championship contender, and they can help produce. Now, we've talked about 3 big men. We know that the Miami Heat need a big man. We know they need help down on the boards. But let's say, for example, all these 3 guys are taken. Let's say Miami doesn't have a lot of options. What else do you do? What was another thing that we saw that Miami needed? They needed help scoring. There was a point in the fourth quarter against Denver in Game 5. We went 5 minutes without scoring the basketball in the fourth quarter. So you need a guy that doesn't only help you down low, you need a guy that can help you score. To me, that's Leonard Miller between those 3. But there's another guy that I want to talk to you guys about. His name is Jordan Hawkins from UConn. He's not a forward. He's not a center. He's a guard. 6'5", 185 pounds. Now, I know the Miami Heat have an abundance of guards, but let's say we make some trades. Not for Damian Lillard. Let's say we do trade for a big man like a Myers Leonard or a John Collins to help them down low. And then we want to get a guy that's going to help us score. Jordan Hawkins. This is a kid who gave UConn 16.2 points a game, 38% beyond the 3-point line. This is a kid that can knock down the shot and that can score at will. And he plays amazing in the pick and roll game. And if we know anything about the Miami Heat, what is one of the strongest offenses that we have with Bam Adebayo? And that is the pick and roll, give and go. Jordan Hawkins would fit great in this Miami Heat system. He's not only a great shooter, he's also a very skilled defender. So these are 4 guys that I feel that can embody Miami Heat culture. Now, from all 4 of them, who would I prefer? Leonard Miller. I think Leonard Miller would be the absolute perfect fit on this Miami Heat team. And the reason why I'm talking about this, you guys, not a lot of people are talking about these draft options. These trades are beautiful. These are amazing dream scenarios. But if there's one thing I've learned in life, you guys, it's not to focus so much on the tomorrow and the future. Focus on the moment. What's the moment? This is a Miami Heat team that went from the 8th seed being counted out, was 3 minutes away of not even making the playoffs, beat Chicago, had this Cinderella story, made it to the NBA championship without your 3rd best scorer and one of your best defenders. Jimmy Butler was hurt throughout the entire playoffs. We still made it to the NBA finals. And we've said this, you guys, the Heat just need a little bit of retooling and this team will be better. Now, if we don't trade for Damian Lillard or another star, that's fine. This team can still do it. You get a great draft pick. You get a steal in the draft. Get some minimum players that want to win a championship and see what you can do about a possible trade. You still have tradable contracts. You have Kyle Lowry. You have Duncan Robinson. You have a bunch of future first-round picks. Guys, it is not the end of the world that we didn't get Bradley Beal. I know that Pat Riley didn't do it because he knows there's something bigger out there. Or he believes in this team, like I do, like we all should. I've been seeing comments in Miami Heat Twitter nature that disgust me. I'm not talking about y'all. The majority of you guys are on my comments spreading positivity, and I love you guys. But I'm sure you guys see Heat Twitter. There's some disgusting things being said out there. People forget what this Miami Heat organization has done and will continue to do. We will always go for the whale, but we will not do it if it means hampering this team. We always want to give ourselves flexibility, and we always want to give ourselves the chance to win. I believe in this organization. I will never doubt the Godfather, but I will never doubt this team. Bringing back Max Strus and Gabe Vincent and Kevin Love, bringing a draft pick, retooling in the offseason, sounds good enough to me. We doubted this team in 2022 when they decided to run it back. And what did happen? And what happened? We made it to the NBA Finals. Have no fear, you guys. this Miami Heat team is going to be here, and we're going to go to the championship in 2024. I feel it. I sense it. I'd love a Damian Lillard trade, but if it doesn't happen, it ain't the end of the world. Now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think about these 4 picks that I talked about? These 4 guys. Is there anybody else you feel would fit better for the Heat? If you do, please, guys, let me know in the comments. Let's start a debate. Who do you think is the best fit for the Miami Heat in this draft? I say Leonard Miller. You let me know. Or do you not care about this draft pick because you strongly feel it will be traded? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I am almost at 800 subscribers, y'all. Let's get me to 1,000, and I got a special surprise for y'all. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Thank y'all.